Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my content predictions for tomorrow's pack drop here in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. I am expecting a pretty darn good pack drop because, to be totally honest, I mean, the last couple weeks haven't exactly sucked in terms of content, but they haven't been as good as I thought they were going to be. Coming off of how loaded Season 6 kind of ended, it really felt like Season 7 was going to be like a ton of crazy cards, and we've gotten some really good cards. There's no doubt about it, but I think the depth of the pack drop hasn't quite been where people expected it would be. So, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 60,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, with that being said, the last couple pack drops, I mean, they haven't been bad. Like 2 weeks ago, we got some good cards here: Larry Bird, Paulo, Hakeem, Ray Allen, Daybook. And then last week, obviously, we got KD, we got Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, Draymond. Like, good cards for sure. But the 100 overalls, I mean, last week we got Ibaka and Dale Ellis, pretty solid. Oladipo's fun, but he's small. The week before, we got Jabari Smith and a couple of good ones like Rashard Lewis, Rick Barry, good cards as well. Like, not bad, but again, just not super duper elite. I'm kind of hoping we get that step forward this week in terms of that attainable content. And I will say, this Tuesday's drop was really good in terms of that style of content. Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, and Jason Richardson, all really good value options. And I mean, they're all pretty, I mean, becoming more and more affordable, honestly. Like, McHale for $593, that's not bad. Robert Parrish, he's dropped in price substantially. This card's a stud for his price. And Jason Richardson as well. Really solid card for a very reasonable price. Like, all these guys are very affordable, and well, I mean, McHale's not that affordable yet, but he'll get more and more affordable, and like, they're all really good. That's the thing. So I'm hopeful that we're going to see more of that this weekend with this pack drop. And look, first and foremost, that starts with the same thing that I've been asking for a while, and Parrish is kind of that. A legit big that can play the center position. Parrish is 7'1", his player build is really good. He's a legit option, and I picked him up on my Pro Money Spent squad in yesterday's episode. Y'all go check out that video. Like, I was genuinely very impressed with that card. I think he's really good. I would love to see 100 overall Artis Gilmore, 100 overall Rick Smits, 100 overall Arvydas Sabonis. Those types of guys that are that type of giant big would be super duper nice. Even like, I don't know. I know Simbalar's, he's a fan favorites type card, but that'd be neat to get him. We could always potentially get like a out of position drop as well. I could see that as a possibility, but I'm not going to predict out of position. I think that's, I don't know. I don't really see the point of predicting out of position drop. But with that being said, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I hope we get that tall big. That's kind of the main thing that I personally am hoping for when it comes to these pack drops. I've mentioned it the last couple weeks. It hasn't really come true yet, although Parrish was kind of a start, but we'll see what happens from here. The next thing that I personally want to see is, I mean, again, we haven't gotten a big PG that's versatile defensively in a while. The last one, I believe, was Scotty Barnes in this Warped drop. There hasn't really been an attainable big point guard since. I mean, I like Levine a lot, but he's only 6'5". This drop had Dylan Harper, but his shot's kind of bad. And then in Season 7 so far, I mean, Splash Zone had Mitch Richmond who's 6'5" and not that insane. And I guess, I mean, Luke Kennard, also 6'4", 6'5". Bob Sura 6'5" from last week. Oladipo's only 6'4". Like, we just haven't been getting those tall, attainable point guards. So I'd love to see somebody like a Dark Matter Delano Banton. I don't know if y'all remember Diamond Delano Banton last year, but he was such a budget beast. Such a solid budget card with a good jumper at 6'8", played way above his tier. If we were to get a Dark Matter Delano Banton with souped up stats and badges, good animations, like, that could be the new best budget PG in the game. You know what I mean? Something like that would be fire. Someone who's an upgrade over Dyson Daniels, who's attainable. Somebody along those lines. A better Scotty Barnes, a better Dyson Daniels. Someone like that who's 6'8" at point guard. I don't know. I mean, 2K could drop. They gave us Denny Avdia in one of the festivals last season at point guard. Give us a Denny Avdia that's a clone of that card, but a 100 overall version that's buyable. Same animations, not quite as good, but overall like the same card. Something like that. I mean, we've gotten Invincible LeBron, GOAT LeBron, Invincible Ben Simmons, GOAT Magic, guys like that over the last few weeks at the point guard position. And yes, we've gotten some attainable point guards. Obviously, MJ's a very good attainable point guard, and then Jay Rich, Zach LaVine, some other guys have been good recently, but would be nice to see an attainable point guard that's got more size to match up with those giants. That's something that I think we're also kind of missing right now. So we'll see what happens there as well. But those are going to be, again, my two main requests when it comes to the sub 100K, or not sub 100K, somewhat 100 overall or dark matter cards is a couple of guys that fill those type of roles. Moving on to the Invincibles. The Invincibles are generally pretty big names. I mean, last week it was Embiid, AD, Jamal Murray, and Draymond Green. The week before that, it was Paulo, Hakeem, Ray Allen, D Book. Like, it's been big names still, but I would say we're slowly getting more and more towards the point where it becomes less just big names, and we're going to start to get more and more 2K names. And there are some certain guys who do kind of stand out to me as players that I think make sense for Invincibles that haven't gotten them this year. Number one, a guy who hasn't gotten a card since, I believe it was it beginning of season 5? I genuinely don't remember when this card came out. Fresh Festival, maybe? It was the Fresh Festival. Rudy Gay. Would love to see an Invincible Rudy Gay. That would be a clean card we could use, or even a 100 overall Rudy Gay, honestly, would be fire too. But we could use a clean festival reward, or not festival reward, Invincible shooting guard. We only have a couple Invincible shooting guards in the auction house in T-Mac and Kawhi. Could use another legit shooting guard, 6'8", versatile, really good card, would have great animations. Already did on his dark matter, but obviously it would be upgraded further with like the drag back and certain things like that. So Rudy Gay is the guy who definitely stands out to me as a potential option for an Invincible. Obviously, you have a lot of your bigger name guys, for example, as well, that are probably going to get Invincibles that haven't gotten them as of yet this year. For example, like, I don't know, trying to think of guys who haven't gotten cards in a while. Wouldn't be surprised if we got like a Jason Tatum, another guy who got a card actually in this Backup Busters Festival in season 5 as well. Like, he's got a 100 overall. I could see an Invincible of him. I'd say Stephon Castle, but there's a good chance he gets a playoff card in the next week or so. So we'll see. We'll see about that. He's not a guy I'm personally going to predict, but like James Harden, if we get a point guard, would make a lot of sense. We got him last season in, what was he even in? Was it this drop? I genuinely don't even remember what drop Harden was in. Okay, it was this Power Awaken drop at the beginning of season 6. It's been, what, 2 months since Harden got a card? He makes sense. He's another guy I'll throw out there as a potential option for an Invincible. Also not like, I mean, 6'5" is not going to be that insane at this point in the year. Who else makes sense? I mean, we got a Ewing last season. We got a Dwight Howard last season, but both those guys could get Invincibles. I don't think they're GOAT card type names. You know who hasn't gotten a card all year is Dave Cowens. He's had good cards in the past in my team. He's an interesting name as well. I'm trying to think. Who I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of other guys I'm overlooking as well, but I'm hoping we get like a Rudy Gay. I think we get a James Harden. We'll probably get a big, like a Jokic or a Ewing or something like that. Jokic actually is a good one too. He got a card last season as well as a 100 overall, but somebody like that. I mean, we got Embiid last week, so Jokic would make sense, etc. That being said, the number one card, the GOAT card. The last couple weeks, I mean, we've gotten LeBron, we've gotten Larry Bird, we've gotten Kevin Durant. A lot of guards, good guards, point guard, shooting guard, small forward type options. I think we get a big this week. And I think 2K goes really big with the big. There's two options. And honestly, I think we'll probably get both of them tomorrow, is my prediction. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Yao Ming. I think we get Yao Ming in packs. I think 2K would love to make money on people ripping for a Yao Ming card that doesn't truly really exist. He's already been in a festival this year. We hasn't gotten a card since that festival, though. I mean, at the end of the day, the All-Star Festival was months ago. That was in Season 4, so kind of due for a new Yao Ming. I don't know why. I just feel like now's the time. 2K hasn't dropped anything too crazy in the last couple weeks in terms of ridiculously OP, giant money grab type cards, as good as a lot of the cards they've dropped have been. So I just have a feeling Yao Ming makes sense to me this week. That is going to be my prediction. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think of my predictions in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, well, I just said it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.